Soldier for God's army.
My people, I'm the Douglas Carter, back on the scene doing my thing, and I just want to say I appreciate you and the work that you do. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free. Like, share, comment, and I'll do my best to reply to all comments. I need y'all to help me get my videos bursting through this YouTube pipeline. You know, all my stuff is original. I try to be original with everything I do, with everything I say, with everything I make. And this is mock draft 1. I'm going to show you how we can do it as the Atlanta Falcons by staying put, without moving back, without moving forward. And if we can pull off a draft like the one I'm about to show you, the Atlanta Falcons will immediately turn into contenders. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into it. For the Atlanta Falcons, first round pick, slotted at number 8, I'm taking Ahmad Sauce Gardner. Yeah, that's right. I'm taking the corner back out of Cincinnati. I know Stingley has a lot of hype. I know Andrew Booth Jr. has a lot of hype. But to me, Gardner is the best overall. Consistent. He's got the height. He's got the juice or the sauce. You know what I'm saying? He comes with it. And you place him on the other side of A.J. Terrell, you got 2 lockdown corners for years to come. With the second round pick, slotted at number 40, I'm taking Devontae Wyatt out of UGA. Yes, he's not Jordan Davis, but Jordan Davis will be gone. Devontae Wyatt is the next best thing. You put him beside Grady Jarrett at that defensive tackle spot, and our defensive line is in business. With our second round pick, slotted at 58, I'm taking wide receiver out of Clemson, Justin Ross. Now, this dude has the height. He's 6'4", about 200, and we need big body receivers to go along with Kyle Pitts. Ridley's probably going to be gone. I don't know if we can get another pick for him, but I didn't put this in the draft. But we are taking a wide receiver with our 3rd overall pick, and my selection is Justin Ross. Now for our 4th pick, it will be in the 3rd round, slotted at number 72. I'm taking the linebacker out of UGA, Channing Tindall. Probably one of the fastest linebackers in the draft. We all seen him make that sack against Bama when we took the national championship from him. So that's who I'm taking right here. Shout out to the Hawks 6-game winning streak, but that's a different video. Anyway, yeah, Channing Tindall, sign him up. So for our 5th pick, it'll be coming in the 4th round, slotted at 110, and I'm taking the edge out of Kentucky, Josh Paschal. This man right here, he has the strength, he has the size, he has the quickness, he can play inside, he can play outside, and it's another piece to the puzzle of our defense that we need so desperately to improve. Now for our 6th pick, it'll be coming in the 5th round, slotted at 149. And I know not everybody, a lot of people wanted James Cook, but he's off the board. So I'm taking Hassan Haskins, the running back out of Michigan. And this last season, this guy had a monster season. He's not the fastest, but he's a good hard-nosed running back. He has good burst, he has good twitch, and I think we could use them in our backfield most definitely. All right, we're at the end of the draft, working our way with our last 3 picks, and it kind of gets tricky here. You got to try to find some diamonds in the rough, and I think I found 3 diamonds in the rough. So I think this is our 7th pick, 6th round. I'm taking the halfback out of Washington State, Max Borghi. This guy is that scat back that we need. He's had a couple comparisons to Christian McCaffrey. He is an excellent receiver out of the backfield. He's quick, he's fast, and I think he's a steal. With my next pick, I'm taking Kevin Austin Jr., wide receiver out of Notre Dame. This kid got a good size, 6'2", 215, and I think he's another diamond in the rough, a way better receiver than people give him credit for. And if he's this far down in the draft, I'm taking him.
Back to throw. Here's that one out. Has a receiver, and that's going to be caught down the sideline.
And finally, with our last pick, I'm taking Emil Ekiyor Jr., guard out of Alabama. This guy has good size, good weight. I believe he is a beast. And if he's down here this late in the draft, I take him and give our offensive line that needs some help some more competition. Now, here's where I explain, break down, and justify what I'm talking about. If we hit a draft like this, how we're automatically contenders and probably going to take our division. First, I'm going to start off with the free agents that I want to try to sign back. Fowler, I know he hasn't been played up to our expectations, but he's one of the cheaper edge rushers. If he comes with a good deal, I'll bring him back. Cordero Patterson, I want to bring him back more as a wide receiver than flex, but he's just explosive. If he takes a good deal, I want him back. If we can get Hayden Hurst, that'll help us out. Isaiah Oliver, I want him back in the slot. Younghoe Koo, we need to sign him back. He's been money, and you know, a lot of games in this league are won by field goals. Russell Gage, I would like to see him come back. Foye, I would like to get him back. Maybe OZ, maybe Anthony Rush or Quadra Olsen. Get these guys back on nice cheap deals because you know we're still strapped. So that's some of the free agents I want to bring back. Some of them will let walk. I know Gono, he's been released, so we're going to need to shore up our offensive line. I only took one offensive lineman in this draft. The last pick, Emil Ekiyor, or Ekiyor, I think it's Emil Ekiyor Jr. out of Alabama. And I think he could make some moves for us on that offensive line. I think he could get in there and get better. So that's where my help's going to come through the draft. The other help that's going to have to come for our offensive line, we're going to have to sign some veteran free agents. And there's a lot of free agents out there that we can get, just to name a few. Trenton Brown from the Patriots. He's a tackle. He's not that much. Maybe we can do some kind of deal with the Patriots with Ridley and get us an offensive line piece. There's Morgan Moses. He's another tackle. Ben Jones is a center maybe we could get. Or Bradley Bozeman. Austin Corbett for the Rams. He's a guard maybe. But I know we can't get all these guys, but maybe 1 or 2 seasoned vets to help shore up our offensive line, and we're in business. So, starting with our offense, this is how we get back to being explosive. I know our offensive line that I just touched on is probably like one of our weakest units, but we got Jake Matthews. He's solid. Mayfield, if he can get better. But then our center, Hennessy Dahlman, I don't know about them. That's why I want to get a veteran free agent center in here, maybe another tackle and another guard, veteran style. There's a lot out there in the free agent market that I think we could work with. Chris Lindstrom, he's solid. And then maybe find some playing time for the rookie Emil Ekiyor Jr. out of Alabama. So with those guys and with some free agent cheaper signings, I think we'll be solid. If we can just be solid, we don't have to be great. We don't have to be spectacular. We just have to be solid, adequate, mediocre, and we're good because we got Kyle Pitts as a tight end. If we keep Hurst, that's another one. If not, we'll still be able to make do because now we got Justin Ross. He could be your number one wide receiver. I think he's going to do really well in the NFL. We still have Cordero Patterson. I'm going to try to line him up more as a wide receiver, but he can still do the flex back things. We keep Russell Gage, have him in the slot. We give Frank Darby a chance to show what he can do. And Matt Ryan, he'll be able to have a full arsenal of weapons with Hassan Haskins as a primary running back. Then I got Max Borghi, who is awesome at catching the ball out of the backfield. If he touches it, he could go the distance at any time, real quick scat back, and I really like him. Keep Keith Smith as our fullback because he's knocking people's blocks off when he comes in to block them. And, you know, maybe we keep OZ as a little bit of a deep threat. And the other wide receiver I took, Kevin Austin Jr., he's really good at getting the deep ball, and he can open things up too. So we have a lot of competition in that wide receiver room. And I think our offense will be back to a high potency if we hit something like this in the draft. Now, onto our defense. Our defense, I think, is going to be closer to top notch than the bottom of the barrel. If we hit a draft like this, you got Jalen Hawkins and Richie Grant starting at the safety positions. You got Ahmad Garner, a lockdown corner. You got AJ Terrell on the other side, a lockdown corner. Now that we got two lockdown corners, it automatically helps our pass rush. That's why it's like, I know some people are like, oh, you took Ahmad Gardner, maybe crazy high, but I disagree. I think he's the best player available right there if he stays there. And if you watch his highlight tapes, if you do some research on him, I think you could be swayed into thinking that he's the best corner in this draft. So that would help out our front. Let's say we got Channing Tindall right here. He's one of the fastest linebackers in the nation. He's gonna come in and do his thing. We keep Foye, so we got him. If we got Debo, or if we have to let him go, either way, I think we're good. If we keep him, okay. If not, Etheridge, he can come in there and play. The guy I took in the draft as our edge, Josh Paschal, he's good enough to play outside linebacker, edge, rusher, anywhere on the line. He's going to be causing havoc. He slid this far to me in the draft, and I did some study on him, and I really like Josh Paschal out of Kentucky. He's a baller. And then we got Michael Walker. So we'll have a strong linebacking group. Then, up front, we got Grady Jarrett. We got to keep him. And Devontae Wyatt, another big boy that can get after the quarterback next to him. If we still got Fowler, maybe he can make some noise with those two guys next to him. Josh Paschal, like I said, he can come up and play on the line. He can play with his hand in the dirt, standing up. He's quick, and he's got some big strength. He's got that big boy size for the NFL. We'd also still have Ogundeji. We still have Marlon Davidson, so I want to see him play some more. He's prone to make big plays. The other guy, Taquan Graham, maybe he can step up and do some stuff, and then kind of fill out the roster with a Rush or a Bullard, or I don't know if we're going to keep Kaminsky, but our defense will be looking good. We get Isaiah Oliver, keep him, put him in the slot. We still got Darren Hall. We still got Avery Williams. So I think with that defense, like if we do a draft like this and some more time in Dean P's system, I think our defense will thrive. I think we'd have the pieces that we need on our offense to really thrive on offense again and get it going like it was. So that's how we automatically become contenders and take this division and maybe make some noise in the playoffs. Just a couple notable free agents that's out there if you want to add them to position groups that may not be too expensive or work something out. At running backs, you got David Johnson, you got Leonard Fournette, but he might be a little too expensive. You know, you got Philip Lindsay, Mostert, Rashad Penny, Sony Michel, Marlon Mack, Ronald Jones II. Might be a steal if we could get him. James Conner might be a little bit expensive. I really like Jerick McKinnon. I don't know how much money he's going to command, but those are some running back free agents that maybe we could add one. Maybe let Mike Davis go. We keep Mike Davis, but, you know, I'm all about upgrading right now. Some free agent wide receivers, if you wanted to add a vet to that group to help out some of the younger ones. You got Juju Smith-Schuster. Might be able to get him for a reasonable price. Not sure how much money Emmanuel Sanders would be looking for. You got AJ Green out there. I know he's at the end of his career, but Georgia Bulldog, he might be able to show these rookies and younger wide receivers what it means to be a pro. Sammy Watkins, T.Y. Hilton, maybe some of these guys you can get for a decent price. One of the more expensive ones that I would like to see, but I doubt it would happen, is DJ Chark out of the Jacksonville Jaguars. But those are just some free agent wide receiver names. There's a couple edges out there, but they're going to be pretty expensive. That's why I just focus pretty much on our defense, and I think our defense can roll with what we got. But Chandler Jones, he's out there. He's kind of expensive. Calais Campbell, he's getting kind of old. JPP's getting kind of old. Hicks, you got Clowney, you got Reddick, you got Ingram, you got Houston. Charles Harris, we had him before. Maybe we bring him back. He might have a little bit of juice left in there. Devondre Campbell, we had him before. We might could add him to our group. You got Okafor and Gregory out there, but Gregory is a little expensive too, I think. So anyway, some free agents just for maybe you to take a look at. I'm not 100% sure on what they'll command on the market, but those are just some names I threw out there. And that's my breakdown of this draft. Tell me what you think about it, what you would do different, or how you see what I'm seeing, if we could pull something off like this. Drop a comment, you know, like, share, subscribe, help my channel out. I'll try my best to reply to all comments, like I said before, and let's keep this thing rolling. I'm excited to see what Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith do with this draft and how they're changing the culture of the Falcons. We're winning the division. Mark it, stamp it, write it in a permanent marker. But let me just end this video like I end all my videos. Thank God works, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. One.